What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another RBL Season 5 Team Builder for your Baltimore Ravias. This week is week 3. We will be playing Tokelandia, aka the head coach of the Portland Timburs. Another new team that I have never played. 3 weeks in a row of new teams that I've never played before. It's actually really bad, in my opinion. 0-2 was something I've never started out as. So I had a feeling that would happen this season. So far, I've not been surprised with the results. There are a couple weeks coming up where I'm much more confident and much more ready for those matches, where I feel a lot better about the match that is in store. But I'm kind of expecting to not have great start. But I feel like I'll hopefully get more used to my team as stuff goes on, and I'll hopefully be able to get some big wins here and there. And maybe this week will be one of them. But take a look at the teams. My team's up top. If you don't know my team at this point, I'm disappointed in you. This is the third week, man. You should know my team by now. But the opposition's team, the team of the Portland Timburrs, is Mega Gardevoir, Tangrowth, Tornadus, Therian, Slowking, Donphan, Mienshao, Durant. That thing is Lipard, Satan Dog, aka Smeargle, Satan Dog, aka Flareon, Chatot, and Electivire. Um, So, looking at his team, weather's an interesting thing in this match. If I bring it, rain probably less likely than I would be to bring sun, because rain he could get a boost with Electivire or with Tornadus T, both of which I wouldn't be too keen on. Sun would be nice to help me deal with the Tangrowth and the Durant and shut down the Slowking a little bit more, but other than that, it's not fantastic. And if I'm gonna not bring a weather, this would probably be a week to do that. Um, I don't want to rely on weather every single week, so if I can try to break a little bit of weather trends here and there, make people know that I ain't afraid to run any weather or no weather at all, um, that could be a good thing. But I'm very worried about his ridiculous regenerator core that he has. Tangrowth, Tornadus T, Slowking, Mienshao, all of Regenerator. He has U-turn with Mienshao and um, Tornadus T. I don't know if Liepard has it. I don't think Liepard does. Durant might, but I don't think Durant does. I like to wear his Volt Switch, so some decent switching capabilities. So I'd like to get up hazards, preferably rocks to hit the Tornadus T. But if I get up spikes or toxic spikes as well, that'd be nice. I don't believe I have a toxic spikes user, but I do believe I have a spikes user. So whatever I can get up would be nice. But with that, we're going to get into our first Pokemon this week, which is Gliscor, rocking that Toxic Ore with Poison Heal. Earthquake, Acrobatic, Stealth Rock, Protect, 184 HP, 252 attack, and 72 speed. That 72 speed is put in there, I believe, to help me outspeed something. That's something I can't actually remember at this point. It's actually just a physically defensive set. That's right. I didn't really do too much in terms of custom spreads this week. That's why I generally didn't think I did anything. But that's really what it is. I might actually change this a little bit, make it a little bit more defensive rather than offensive. I originally had Fling on this set. I might go more with the set that it's suggesting, or not. Maybe I'll go some more offense. Maybe I'll cut out the speed. But that'll be a match time decision. I will let you know how I change that. I probably will change it, but I originally had Fling on this set instead of Stealth Rock because I originally had another Pokemon down the road which had Stealth Rock, but I ended up swapping that out for something else. So I had to either keep Fling or not have Rocks, and Rocks are too important. Or I could have run Rocks on something else that does not want to have Stealth Rocks on its set. So we have Stealth Rocks here. Because of the potential of a Smeargle lead, Gliscor is not our guaranteed lead. If Smeargle has a chance of coming Weavile, if it comes, or whatever taunt user I bring would be my lead. Spoiler alert, Weavile's coming, but any taunt user would be my lead. But if he doesn't bring Smeargle, I'll lead off with Gliscor, click Protect, or click Stealth Rock right off the bat. Hazard removal, the only thing I have is Armaldo, since obviously I'm not bringing Defog on Gliscor, so that's something I might look into in free agency, possibly, maybe, maybe not. We will see. That is Gliscor set. Next thing we have is Heliolisk, Les Alphos the Heliolisk. We're rocking Life Orb on this guy, no Toxic Orb, a different kind of orb. He's got Dry Skin this week with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Hyper Voice, and Hidden Power Fire. 248 special attack, 8 special defense, and 252 speed. I wanted to be a speedy little boy. So we are a speedy little boy. Like I said, I didn't really go too deep with sets this week. Sun and Moon comes out tomorrow as of me recording this, and as of me probably uploading this. So I really just want to get into Sun and Moon. I'm just too hyped for it. So that's the thing. But Hidden Power Fire, I originally had Hidden Power Ground for Electivire. If he brings that, I can Hyper Voice it, of course. But I've Hidden Power Fire for Durant and for Tangrowth. Stuff like that. Hidden Power Ground was definitely a very, very small chance of me ever really using it successfully. So we're running Hidden Power Fire. We got Dry Skin. Of course, for Water, so I can shut down Slowking essentially. I can always switch in on Slowking. Either Slowking is especially defensive, I can switch this thing in, get some HP back, or I can switch in on any Scald or whatnot. Rain obviously benefits this a little bit more, but I don't want to run Solar Power because it's a useless ability if I don't bring Weather, which I'm not bringing Sun. So Dry Skin is the best ability to bring in this event. Next thing we have is Meow Mix the Meowstic making his debut. Ooh, Meowstic! We got that Prankster Meowstic, Thunderwave, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Light Screen with 252 HP, 252 special attack, and 4 special defense with a modest nature. Rocking that Light Screen, this thing will shut down Slowking, which then you guys might be like, well, then doesn't that kind of make Heliolisk's ability kind of pointless? Heliolisk's job is not to always want to switch in. The problem is, of course, Scald burns. This thing doesn't have Heal Bell on it. I could bring Heal Bell on it. Thunderwave's really important. But I don't want to just have one attack. If I did, it would be Shadow Ball, and then, Smeargle can come in on this thing and just set up right away. So I got to make sure I can handle Smeargle in case that comes in. Which doesn't do a lot, but I can always Thunderwave that as well. I don't think this thing gets any kind of sleeping move. If it did, I would run it. But also Thunderwave is really, really good. Light Screen helps me out a lot as well, which is nice. It's a pretty simple set. It's a bulkier set. With the Light Screen up, it can live 4 Scalds or 5 Scalds. No, live 4 Scalds from a non-invested Slowking and hit me with an invested Slowking. Max investment is like 3 Scalds that can live, so it's not too bad. Next we have Entei coming back once again. Choice Band, Sacred Fire, Iron Head, Stone Edge, and Extreme Speed. So obviously it's Adamant. Max attack, max speed, 4 special defense. This is, I think, the most common Entei set in terms of like 4 moves. I don't know what the investment usually is, but I think it's the most common in terms of like moves. I want to be fast, just do to be whatever I can. Obviously, I have extreme speed, but I would still like to be fast, regardless. Fast in quotes. 152 isn't that fast, but just to be able to hit as hard as I possibly can. Obviously, running extreme speed means I have to be banded or have to be adamant. I would much rather actually run Jolly this week than adamant, but if I want to run extreme speed, that's what I have to run. I mean, I could run Bite, for Slowking or something like that, but that's just not, it's just not logical. So I'm running extreme speed, which means I have to be adamant. Oh well, that is the luck of the draw, unfortunately. Not really luck, I guess. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But I can hit things. I have Iron Head for Mega Gardevoir, Stone Edge for Flareon, for Tornadus, Sacred Fire for anything, really. I can basically click it on anything. Nothing really wants to stop me. Donphan's a bit of an issue. I gotta worry about that in case he wants to bring that in to get rid of rocks and whatnot. Deal with that at all times. This is something I gotta do. But next we have Weavile, Hold My Weave, another Life Orb user. What? Um, Taunt, Icicle Crash, Knockoff, and Low Kick with 252 attack, 4 special defense, and 252 speed. The Low Kick is there for the Smeargle, as well as Taunt being there for Smeargle. So I can Taunt right off the bat. We're not running Ice Shard. We're running max speed. I outspeed pretty much everything in this team anyway. And things that don't outspeed, like Tornadus. I mean, that's always a risk. If I bring it in, I could have Ice Shard or whatever. He might have superpower or something like that, and he would outspeed me, which of course, he would in that case. But we can avoid that at all costs, hopefully. I don't know what his investment's going to be on that thing. I'm going to try not to bring Weavile in on it. I don't have a Scarfer, so that thing's going to outspeed my team regardless. So I'd have to bring in something that could hit it, could take some hits from it. That's my bulk. The only bulk I have. If he brought a physically offensive Tornadus, the only thing that could really stop it is Aggron. A physically defensive Aggron is the only thing that could really stop it at that point. But Entei having extreme speed is of course very nice as well, and gives me the opportunity. I don't think he can one shot Entei. It might be able to one shot Entei with like a Stone Edge, but it's a little bit risky. So that's Weavile set this week. Pretty simple. And our last Pokemon this week is Eric the Aggron. We're not running physically defensive this week. We're actually running Choice Band with Head Smash, Iron Head, Ice Punch, and Earthquake with max HP, max attack, and 4 defense. So this is, if it does still bring a physically offensive Tornadus, I can still bring this thing in on it. It's just not as effective. It's not as, invested in terms of defense. I think I can live I can definitely live 2 superpowers. And then, Head Smash, that thing to death. Iron Head is, of course, for Gardevoir. Ice Punch is for Donphan. Or, whatever, if I have to choice myself into it, it also helps with hitting Tornadus. Of course, I'd much rather be locked into Head Smash, but if I can't be, then whatever. And last move is Earthquake for coverage on Electivire. But that is the team for the week. Week 3, a week that will live in infamy. Or infamy. It's infamy. I can't believe it's an infamy. A week that will live in infamy. Possibly. I don't know. Haven't had the match yet. But I'm hoping that all goes well. But if you are excited, please leave a like. Please comment. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think of the team. What you would have done differently. Anything of the sorts. Let me know if you're excited for Sun and Moon. I know I'm very excited. Hopefully I won't have any issues getting it tomorrow. But, we will see. But I will see you all next time. Goodbye. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful journey through the Alola region. And thank you once again for watching.